Welcome to the Slop Farm. Enjoy the video.
You start by isolating the deadlock window. Run a 30-second trace and mark where jitter spikes align with stalls. Next, pull NIC and switch queue stats at 100 millisecond intervals so you can correlate backlog with packet timing. Enable transport debug logs to show timestamps, packet ID, and retransmit events. This reveals whether packets wait in buffers or deadlock inside the stack. Once done, freeze the config so changes won't mask the original behavior. We'll act on this recorded evidence in the next steps. Now you flush the immediate contention. Drain oversized queues by applying controlled drops or reducing the transmit burst to 1/2 so the pipeline resumes forwarding. Then adjust timing, reduce retransmit timeouts by about 20% and shorten pacing intervals so stalled flows don't monopolize queues. Enable selective acknowledgements and ECN marking to signal congestion early instead of waiting for tail drops. These changes shift latency behavior and often break the circular wait that produces a jitter deadlock. Make sure to monitor the trace as you apply each tweak. Finish by committing the stable adjustments and running an extended 10 to 15-minute validation trace to confirm jitter and stalls are gone. Automate alerts for jitter exceeding 10 milliseconds or retransmit rates over 0.5% so you catch regressions early. If the problem persists, isolate the offending flow with traffic shaping or enforce host-level socket limits to prevent a single flow from creating a system-wide deadlock. Troubleshooting tip: if traces still show synchronized stalls, temporarily disable offload features to rule out NIC firmware bugs.
Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing if we helped you today.